Hi guys, welcome back to another quick video for this week. I just wanted to do a little video on the new collection that I just put up in my shop. So it's that Fairy K Pastel Decadent series that I've been working on for a little while. So something a little bit different than what I normally do, but I've always sort of been interested in doing decadent stuff, but never actually got around to doing it. So this time I decided to just take a break from making realistic animals and just have a go, and I really enjoyed it. I definitely want to do more and maybe make it like a theme or something each time. But anyway, I'll show you what is available, and also payment plans are also welcome. Just shoot me a message beforehand in my shop on creaturesandnight.com. and I could just set up a plan for you, but yeah, so a few things available, so something for everyone, big and small. So the first ones I'm going to do are the smallest pieces, so they're little mini Deco pieces, and this theme is basically it's based around dragons. So these two mini ones have little dragon claw as the mini, like the main deco piece, and then all of these little pieces that I have sculpted myself. So everything's completely original, obviously, apart from like the little plastic bubble ones. But everything else, and I used little strawberry cane for these daifuku things as well. But everything else has been sculpted by me, so the cakes and macaroons, the little twist things. The claws I sculpted and cast in resin, so these claws are resin. And the cream I did myself as well, little bow and stuff. So that's a little look at the first one. So you can either just have it as like a centerpiece like that and put maybe like a glass dome or something over it. So that's sort of what I was thinking. Or you can also display it on the wall, so you just get like a 3M hook thing and stick it on the back, and then you can display it any which way on the wall like a so. So that's the blue one, and then I also have a little purple one as well, same sort of deal, but I put a macaroon on each one of these deco pieces, put the dungo and a cookie on this one, as well as a little rainbow. Try to make them, you know, mix it up a little bit and sort of make them similar as well. A little ice cream. So I'll show you both of them together. So there they are together. I mean, they look nice displayed together as well on a wall or something, because I tried to make them so they correspond, I guess, with each other. And yeah, so basically what I did was the blue for the base with purple over the top, and this one I did purple for the base with blue over the top. And yeah, so that is a little look at the first two. So they're the smallest pieces that I have. Second ones are larger decadent pieces, so same sort of deal, but I used obviously a bigger plaque, and it's a little bit bright. A bigger plaque, and I used a full-sized dragon hand rather than just the claw. So lots of cream on it. I added donut with some of the glazing. I also put like little rhinestones as well, twisty things, a dango and a little bun with some more icing, the little rainbow cake, some hearts. I put this little rose in there as well, so that's a little plastic rose. And also I made some pocky sticks as well, so the pocky sticks are on both of these ones. And it was just sort of an experiment with the pocky sticks, but I'm really happy with the way they turned out, so I'll definitely do more pocky sticks. Little bow, and we got the rainbow. The rainbow has the clouds on it. I only did one of these cloud rainbows just to see what it looks like. We've got the little pinky macaroon, pink purple macaroon, little lollipop thing, and ice cream, and then we're back to the start. So that's the other one. Again, can be displayed however you want. So either like this with the glass dome over it again, or you can put a 3M hook on the back of it and just display it on your wall like so. And yeah, also with the paint work, I've added some, I don't know if the camera is going to pick it up, but you can see sort of some glittery areas as well. So I added some of that just to make it a bit more fantasy, glittery, I guess. So that's the pink one, but I also have a purple one as well. So same sort of deal, just a little bit different. The paint job's a little bit different, and I have added my favorite piece to this one. Some of the hair went up my nose. So a little like shortbread biscuit that's like a kind of flower shape. I put that right at the front because I wanted to be like I wanted to get first view. Then like a little rainbow lollipop, some ice cream. We've got the rainbow cake again, some rhinestones, twisty thing, a rainbow. Hello Kitty is a little plastic thing as well. I've got to put Hello Kitty in there somewhere. A little cookie, some more little twisty things, a little like heart with icing on it. Dungo, here the pocky sticks again. More cake, and we've got the blue macaroon this time, and another little different coloured twisty thing. I did the little daifuku down here as well, and also a different donut with icing, and some hearts and stars and stuff. So same sort of deal, but a different sort of setup. And again, you can display it the same sort of ways. So I'll show you the both of them together so you can see what it's like displayed together. So I think it'll look good on a wall displayed like this, and yeah, I think I would display it like that. So they're the two bigger decadent pieces. The next ones we have are two resin dragon heads. So I'll start off with the closed mouth. These are sculpted. I sculpted these originally a little while ago. It took a while to sculpt these types of things, but I sculpted it with the intentions to be able to change the jaws. So I only had to cast a top head, and then the lower head I could change both jaws. So this one is the closed mouth version. And yeah, it's I originally sculpted out of monster clay. I cast it, molded it in silicone, and then cast it in resin. So it's quite a huge job doing these pieces. So I don't do many of these dragon pieces. It just goes through a lot of material, and it just takes a lot of time to cast these. And it took a lot of time to sculpt them and mold them in the first place. So I don't really intend on doing too many of these heads, so they're really, really limited. I think I have one more head floating around that I'm not sure what I'm going to do with, but yeah, they're super limited. So this one was sort of off the back of the art doll sort of colour, and I basically just wanted to do a pastel-y dragon. I chose the yellow eyes because I wanted something that was completely different than the rest of the face. And yeah, so basically it has like a matte finish, and then when you get to the horns, I've added, I don't know if the camera's going to pick up too much, but I've added heaps of pearlescent stuff to the horns. Especially the back ones, I've added more of like an opaling. So hopefully it can, the camera can pick it up and you can see what I'm talking about. But basically they're meant to be displayed as just like a headpiece, or you could get like one of those U-stands or something, or like a plastic cube or something that you can display it. But yeah, they're just meant to be as a display piece wherever. So yeah, I had a lot of fun painting these pieces. I definitely want to do more resin things in the future, but for now we've just got these dragons at the moment. But yeah, so that is the first one. I've put a gloss on these eyes to make them a bit glossier as well. So that is the first one. The second one, I really like this one. It was kind of a spur of the moment. It was kind of a spur of the moment design, I guess. I wasn't 100% sure what I wanted to do, and I wasn't actually going to go with the rainbow theme. I was actually just going to do the pink, purple, blue horns, and yeah, pink, purple, blue horns, but it ended up being a rainbow. But anyway, this is the open mouth version. I really like this piece, and I've always been really happy with the way this sculpt turned out. I put a lot of time and effort into sculpting everything in this piece, so it's really cool to see these pieces finished. But yeah, so basically the design was to have the horns to be like something that stood out, and to have a sort of whitish skin at the back, and then for it to just turn into a pastel rainbow. So yeah, the skin is again a matte sort of finish, and I did like a off-colored yellow wash, just to really thin, just to bring out all of the details. So when I painted it just flat white, it was really flat and didn't sort of capture all of the detailing that I wanted to capture. So once it was dry, I just did a really thin wash of that yellow. It's like a brownie yellow, and I just went over everything and sort of made it a bit thicker in the little crevices and stuff, just to bring out all those details. And the same with the teeth. I did some of that same wash on the ends of the teeth, because you don't want just plain flat white teeth. But I wanted to keep the inside of the mouth pastel, because I didn't want it to be too sort of realistic and get rid of that pastel color. So I left it as like a nice pastel pink. And all of these colors here I mixed up myself. So I wanted I wanted a particular color, so I mixed all these colors myself. So I took that little bit of extra time to mix all the colors, but it ended up being pretty fun, but pretty time consuming all at the same time. I went for the blue eyes as well, again just to sort of have something a bit more highlighty, I guess. And I've added a lot of pearlescent to these horns, to these little scales and horns and stuff as well. So you can see I've added more pearlescence to the back just because they're larger, and then I added like a pearlescent paint over the top of these just to give it a bit more snazziness. So here's a little look at the dragon. So again, it can be displayed on however you like, really, but I'd probably display it on maybe like a clear plastic block, or a white block or something. But this is what it looks like, the pair of them. So they sort of work well together, but again, different designs. But maybe in the future, if I do any more of these, I'll do something that sort of complements each other. But yes, these are the two dragon heads as well. And so the last piece is, of course, I've got to do an art doll. So the last piece was kind of the most time-consuming bit, but I really like the way it turned out. Something completely different than what I normally do, but I did I'll move back a bit. I did a pastel dragon, like baby dragon art doll. So took a little while, and it just the way the body is constructed takes a long time, because I basically needle felt the entire body, and then I apply this skin. So the skin was originally white, and I did it white because I wanted to add this pasteling and sort of design my own body to sort of complement these, these dragons, and just the color schemes that I did for the claws and stuff. So I was sort of umming and ahhing about how I wanted to do the coloring on this doll. So I did basically what I did for this one. I just did the blue and the pink pastel undertones, and then I did the purple wash. But for the purple wash, I did more scaling, so it kind of, I watered down the paint, the purple paint, and I did the scaling with it so it looked more like a wash rather than just painting the scales on, which I'm really glad I did. I think it worked out really well. And then I decided, I was umming and ahhing again about how I wanted to do the wings, but I thought if I did color it would be too overpowering for the rest of the doll, so I wanted to break it up a bit and sort of complement the cream horns, yeah, the white cream horns, and just add a bit more white to the actual art doll. So I went for the white webbing, but then I sort of went for the purple wash over the top just to sort of blend it in better with the purple scales. So this one is a resin head, and also he, whatever, has resin feet as well, so it's pretty sturdy. A ball and socket armature, so again, really sturdy, and poses really well. And the wings are also posable. So the wings are made from wire armature, so they're pretty bendy, and you can sort of display them gently in however you want it, but I think it looks pretty cool if it's displayed with the wings out, but yeah, you can have it down as well. For the chest area, I did a little bit of an experiment as well with the detailing, so all of the process will be up on my YouTube and also on my Patreon of how I did things. So but basically I used a bit of the same sort of clay, watered down clay, for this little scale area, just to give it a bit more of a character, I think, and texture. So for the horns, I went for the whipped cream type look, and the cream, I added some little sprinkles on it. I'm glad I added the sprinkles because I went, I thought it was a little bit dull, I guess, so I'm glad I added the sprinkles, only a few to the horns. I went for a black sclera as well, so fully black eyes, and I added some gloss to it as well. And I also, spare of the moment thing was adding these little cream spines to the back, which I'm glad I did as well, so it sort of breaks up the colour and sort of makes it a bit more realistic as well. So yeah, I think it looks really cool. Really happy with the way this turned out. So yeah, pretty cool little collection. I had fun doing it. I had fun like just doing something completely out of comfort zone, and just a little bit more just letting loose, I guess. But yeah, so any of these pieces are available. They're in my shop at creaturesofnat.com, and I also have payment plans as well, so check that out. Send me a message if you want anything, or if you want a few things. We can definitely set up payment plans. I'm super flexible with them as well. But yeah, so that is pretty much it, I think. There's a humongous ant on my desk. Yeah, so I'm pretty flexible, and yes, and also my patrons have a 10% discount coupon for $10 and up tiers, so super cool if you're looking to get a few things as well and get that discount. But yeah, so that is a little overview of, oh my god, 20 minutes 20-minute overview of my new little collection, and yeah, super happy with the ways everything's turned out. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. I'll leave it at that. It's been 20 minutes already, so way longer than I anticipated. But yes, so I will catch you in the next one. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. I really appreciate it. And hopefully I have some new things up. The new printable will go up really soon. I haven't decided on what, so if there's anything, just shoot me a message as well on my Patreon. But you can also check me out on Instagram, Facebook at Creatures of Nat, also TikTok at Creatures of Nat. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!